A very good evening to you all, and welcome along to round one of a championship that has intrigued and caught the eye of the masses across the last 3 seasons. It's round one of season 4 of Next Gen by JL, and it comes live from the Lusail International Circuit in Qatar. I'm Mr. Storm, honoured to be in the commentary box alongside with stalwart of this very booth, Tim, and a man whose sentences are so literal even I get scared. The one, the only, Ben Buxton. Tim, Ben, the start of the 4th season of this great league. How excited are we?
Pretty much, I'd say. Lots of
Yeah,
great drivers.
I'm looking forward to it. As you might not have guessed, there's been 3 seasons beforehand, and making this one the 4th, and therefore it should be exciting as the previous, hopefully.
Well, it is the last season before we move on to F1 24, and it is an 8th race calendar that takes us from Qatar on this very day, on this Friday night here in March, and we will finish up in May with the British Grand Prix, both Ben and I's home race. But look, last season was very fun, but let's get straight down to it. And we're going to be very literal about this. Who's going to win the championship this season?
Going with the most points.
That makes sense.
Lots of contenders,
Tim,
but
Tim, anything else a little more detailed?
well, I'd say there are lots of contenders, but I think our reigning champion might just have a chance to make it too. That
So
being
if we do
Jasko.
If we do look at the championship from last season, both Jasko and Bottas finished tied on 184 points across the course of the season. Look, it was an incredible championship battle last time around. Do you think Jasko's going to do the double, or will Bottas be out for sweet, sweet revenge?
I think it will be Jasko because Bottas with a new team. I have my doubts if that will be a success story.
And of course, I'm getting very accustomed to this league again, so if I do make any slip-ups throughout the course of the night, you can know why. Look,
I'm not going to let you live it down.
Thank you very much, Ben. I'm not making any mistakes, and I'm going to be completely focused. Ben, looking towards the Constructors' Championship battle, who is going to win it this season? Do you think that AKK are going to run away with it again, or will maybe a Cozy or Europol, or maybe even Volkswagen get the title this season?
You see, you might see this one coming, my response. But I think the team that will win the Constructors will be the team whose drivers score the most points together.
That makes sense.
Shocker. That's
However, to be fair, Kozia did win 6 races last season and finished second, with AKK only winning 2 races and winning by 22 points. Hello to everyone who is watching us on YouTube at the moment, and hello to everyone who's listening on stage. It might be a little bit of a shock to hear my voice. I know you might know me from doing another league called what's it called again? Oh god, that's embarrassing.
Bro forgot his own league.
I forgot my own league. Oh god, Turbo Racing League. Hello to everyone who from there who might be watching and listening tonight. I'm in the NGFL commentary booth for the entire season this time around, which is quite interesting to think. This deal was only signed, sealed, and delivered earlier on, so it's a little bit awkward. But I can't wait, and I am bubbling with excitement, and qualifying should be realistically getting underway in around 25 minutes' time. Tim, I'm going to hand the floor over to you now. For anyone who is not listening, this is for anyone who hasn't watched NGFL so far and is looking to get their introduction into this league. Tim, take it away. What's this league all about?
Well, it's custom teams. We've got a lot of teams right now who are new as well. That's rather interesting to see. We've got, I think, from top of my head, 6 or 7 new teams this season. So that's interesting. And other than that, it's just, custom teams, I'd say.
Is that about it?
I think that cuts it for now.
Nothing about race format or any of that. Okay, that's fantastic. Right, we're getting off to a very good start here. Obviously lovely to have you here. Let's divert our attention away from this season because we'll come back to it before the race starts. But we will head to Qatar. We've raced here a few times before. It's normally a very good track for racing. But what are we expecting tonight, guys?
I'd say it could be a walk in the park for one of the drivers. We've seen that last season. It was quite a boring race, so I'm hoping for something
I
special.
remember we had constant ad breaks that race.
Yeah, we did.
What happened there? Give me the context behind that one.
Jasko just drove away and that's it.
Oh,
You can't forget about our key sponsor, Aramco.
Oh yeah.
That was
let's
also
not forget
important
that
during the race.
this league is actually sponsored now. So will we just be promoting the JL brand all the
Yeah,
time, or will we be like sponsoring
yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends or something like that?
No, just jail.
I've
We have to be original every time.
I saved it from last season, the race, not from last season, sorry, season 2, the races from Qatar and Bahrain. Those are the only 2 races I've actually ever commentated in this league. And it was Gertjan who ran away with it in season 2, winning by 3 seconds from Magnus Sheep. And then in Bahrain there in season 2, it was Gertjan who won again. Look, Gertjan, sadly, is no longer with us. He hasn't died or anything, but he hasn't really... well, do we know if he's alive or not? Can someone check on Gertjan? Because I have not seen him race in any league in months.
I don't know. I'm not sure if he's racing anymore, but
I think he's doing something in a set of
To
courses.
be honest, I checked on him because when I was switching ATGP, I was mainly arguing against him. So.
I asked him what this league is all about, but maybe you can give us your own little spin on it in the Ben Buxton fashion we've all grown accustomed to love.
Next gen by JL. Hear me out, right?
Yeah.
It's a Formula 1 game, a racing league. It started 3 seasons ago, as we're now on season 4. And, unlike most F1 leagues, create your own team with team owners, team principals, and something else, I don't know. I barely pay attention anymore. And you race.
Okay, that's fantastic. Gonna get a little bit of AFY wants us to talk about the championship winners from season 1 to 3. Well, I will try my best at doing that. Obviously, I'm not very well accustomed with the subject, so this is basically trial by fire for me. But I will do my very best to talk about the championship winners from season 1 to 3 of this very nice league. In season 1, if it wants to load, this is very embarrassing.
it was
The
AFY.
images that Tim put in the archive chat are not working. So we'll go to season 2 instead if that wants to work. Because I know
You
he
could
was
also
watching
just
it with
check
my
the
very
all-time
good friend
stats.
Bottas, who romped home with the Drivers' Championship in season 2. I already spoke about season 3. Oh god, this has started off very, very well indeed. Season 3, I'll just talk about it then. Obviously, it went down to the final race in Japan with Yasko finishing in 2nd, Bottas finishing 5th with the fast stop. Obviously, it wasn't enough for Bottas to retain his crown. They finish level on points, which has never happened in Formula 1 before, interestingly enough. The closest we've ever gotten to that was half a point between Lauda and Prost in
And then his audio just died. It seems.
last driver to not get into triple figures. Marcel was 5th, Oscar 6th, Zomzed Marcus, the very, very talented Sam Rose in 9th, and Super Supida.
I left Storm's audio.
I think Storm's died.
Yeah, I think so.
Rest in peace, Storm. You'll be missed.
The audience involved. So if you have any questions or statements that you'd like to direct either myself, Ben, or Tim, please put them down. We will love to hear what you're saying at the moment. We would love to hear what your thoughts for this season are going to be. As I reckon a lot of people who have either been in Turbo Racing League before or have left it. So that's good. AFI, thank you very much. Yeah, Modular Cast won the title last season. I remember that.
That's AFY. That's AFY himself.
Yeah, he won it by 8 points from Litwa. Gertjan finished in 3rd place before he won a few races in season 2 and then never saw the light of day again. I think he might be in the attic of Next Gen by JL. Yeah, that's very sad. Domi scored 10 points that season. I'm very proud of Domi. He is the greatest driver the world has known and ever will know. Audience involvement is a little bit lacking at the moment, so we will get to talk about this race weekend in Qatar. It's the first race of the season. It's the first day back at school. I've already asked what you are expecting for this weekend, but who's going to win it? Tim, we'll start with you.
Well, this race, I think, Jasko could win it again, but he isn't attending, so that will make it interesting, I think.
Yeah, I to quote Ben Buxton, or to put my own spin on his little language, I suppose, if you're not driving, you can't win the race. Is that right or is that wrong, Ben?
That's my line.
So it is.
Get him out, get him out. It's gotta be me. The identity
Plagiarism.
fraud. Identity fraud is not a joke.
I think Control will win it.
Ben, without accusing me of plagiarism or identity theft, who's winning tonight?
The driver that will win tonight will be the driver that crosses the line first and doesn't get ruined by penalties.
But, can you give us a name?
You see, there's this interesting thing. Being Ben Buxton, I have to be vague.
Okay. Right, I hope that this is going to continue throughout the entire season, but we will take a look at the calendar for Season 3 of this championship. It starts, obviously, here and now today. What date is it today? The 29th of March. Good Friday. We're an hour back next weekend. We're starting at 7:30 British summertime. We go to Japan and Suzuka where the title was decided last season. Then off to Spielberg for the Austrian Grand Prix, to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, then away to the Netherlands in Zandvoort, obviously Max Verstappen's home race where he won last season. Belgium for the Spa Grand Prix, Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix, and our final two races of the season on the 17th of May and the 24th of May in Viva Las Vegas and at Silverstone, as I already mentioned. Closed off the season, a shorter calendar this season, obviously to cater for the imminent release of F1 24. Do you think it's more of a sprint format, guys, that allows drivers to have to race hard every week to get good points because they know they have to be consistent?
Yeah. I think this short calendar could be giving it an extra twist.
I don't think drivers will really take a different mindset into it because they're still racing for a championship, so they're always going to try and want to be consistent. Because if you're inconsistent, I know this is very unbuxton like, but I'm actually going to speak. But hang on, I forgot what I was saying.
Ben Buxton has been bamboozled for the first time this season, and we are, I suppose, all here for it. Just a quick bit of admin. Tim, is the lobby open?
He's muted.
Yeah, I can see that, but I was hoping he'd unmute himself.
Yeah, it's opening right now, so.
That's absolutely fantastic. Right, well, the lobby is open, the drivers are going to be in. I think we've got a pretty good attendance down tonight. If I could just check how many people we do have down.
I don't know, it's glitched.
Here where
so
there are some repeats.
it's glitched, and underneath are some people who accepted but couldn't accept or something. I don't know.
Well, I'll see what we've got. So, oh god, right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Apparently we've got 19 people down, if you don't count the plurals that other people have put in. Is that right? Or is that
I don't
just a
know.
lie?
I'm very confused, to be honest.
We'll see when we get into the lobby. I hope you still have my EA down, Tim. I don't know why you wouldn't, but just to check
I think I do.
Yeah, just to, for everyone who's joining, I'll be sending everyone a friend request just so I have you down in my EA, so we can get the lobbies up quicker in weeks to come. Let's see. It's just gone 14 minutes past 8 in the United Kingdom. Tim, what time is it for you?
Well, 14 past 9.
Very good. What time is this where you are? Put your time in around the world. Yeah, Boss is saying it's 19, but Delnick has a race ban. I have no idea what he's done to deserve that, but
Well,
presumably he did something bad.
Yeah, basically. Shortly said he did something bad. It's probably better not to go into it too much.
Okay. It's one of those subjects where we just don't talk about, otherwise we will be all crucified, and we wouldn't want that,
Yeah.
would we?
Yeah, that about says it.
Oh, Bottas is explaining. So he took him. Bottas, can you elaborate on that? Was that to win the championship? Was that for you to lose the championship?
And to jump
Yeah,
in, if
yeah,
you don't
likely.
know what the time is, I'm going to put it in the chat just in case you're too thick to even read the time.
Yeah.
But I am.
Put your time in wherever you are around the world, whether you're in any continent around the world, listening to three slightly deranged commentators trying to have a crack at commentating a virtual F1 race. Send us in your time.
All
Send
deranged.
us-
I count as two people. I'm Ben Thompson and Ben Buxton. Have you not looked at the name?
that line actually caught me so off guard. Oh my god. Yeah, we have one. No, we've got 4 people. We've got 4 people in this box. 2 whole people, I suppose, and 1 person who actually has. I don't know how to explain this. Ben, can you properly explain your dual, not even citizenship, your dual humanship?
You see, I live in Discord, so whatever my username is, it changes. I become that. So I've got Ben Thompson and Ben Buxton as my username here. Therefore, I'm Ben Thompson and Ben Buxton, or something like that. I don't know.
This is getting very interesting very quickly. Tim, with the invites being sent out.
Yeah.
I'm getting I'm getting very lonely staring at 2 people who are the poster boys and girl for the store on F123.
I thought
What's in this
I have you, but I can't find you in my friend list.
Save on Maximus, just so you know. Do I have you? That would be a great start.
Oh yeah, you are, but you are offline according to my game.
Oh yeah, I need to turn my PlayStation status on, yeah. There we go. That's good. Right, we should be ready to go now.
I can say we currently have 7 drivers in the lobby.
That is absolutely fantastic. Are you in it, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not a driver.
Let me in! I've been excluded.
No. You're banished. You're banished. Get out.
No! Back to
2-6 Storm.
You're still not online according to my game.
2-6 Storm.
Back to the basement we go. Yeah, I've been promoted to the attic for anyone who's been wondering because I'm apparently doing such a good job by doing absolutely nothing so far.
Control wants to speak. Control wants an interview.
Yeah, as I wait
Drag
to get
someone in here.
Yeah, as I wait to get invited to the lobby, it is time for the first iteration this season of Storm's Grid Walk. Now, I'm not sure who's actually volunteered to go on Grid Walk. However, that doesn't matter.
Just invite everyone who's on stage.
Yeah, just everyone, wait, and you will be spoken to. I might not know who you are, so this might be a bit of a
For me
struggle.
to start inviting people on the stage.
I don't think I can. Hold on.
I can.
Yeah, no, I can't. I do not abandon power. Get boss ass on stage.
Alright.
What?
Valtteri, I'm speaking to you a day earlier than I would have imagined, but you lost the champ. And decided to suicide after last season. Is it time for revenge in season 4?
I don't know. Hopefully.
Thoughts for tonight? Do you think you'll be able to get a good result to start the season?
Probably. No, in this NGFR, not anything can happen.
Fair enough. Look, obviously the main ambition is to win the driver's title this season, but do you think you'll also be able to win the constructor's title knowing as you move teams over the winter break?
Yeah, easily.
Fair enough. Best of luck for tonight, Valtteri.
Thank you.
And he's been banished back to the audience.
Yes.
Be gone!
But
Right,
before you find someone else, we've completely forgotten about an award that got added last season that we didn't really talk about.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that's true.
It was the good old Ben Buxton Supermarket Shopper of the Week award powered by AWS.
Oh god. Oh, I don't want to go into this. I've gone down the rabbit hole. No, I'm not getting it back out, am I? Right,
No.
the first one, Top Sinead, the number 38. I'm going to add you as a friend, and we're going to get to talk to you very, very soon indeed. Top Sinead, if that's how you pronounce it. I hope it is.
Good. Control wants an interview. Control is still waiting.
Why am I not getting invited?
Dig it.
Storm, invite Control or I will.
Right, well, before we get to talk to Top Sinead, we will get to talk to the one, the only, Goat Rail, who we know as Contrail, but his server status said he's Goat Rail. Contrail, it's been a while. How are you?
Lovely. You?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, new league, new chance to sort of put the flag down, get the commentary gig going. It's good, yeah. We've got two very good co-commentators here as well. Look, what's the ambitions for this season?
Fight for the top spot. That's everyone's ambition.
Yeah, but not everyone gets to do that. So, looking towards tonight in Qatar, do you think you'll be able to challenge for the podium, maybe even get a win first race of the season?
I'm positive.
Very good.
Positive. I can do it.
I like the confidence. Is the Drivers' Championship what you are aiming for? Just to be very certain.
Top 3.
Top 3. Very good. Best luck tonight.
Yep. Thanks.
Who else do we have?
Get banished.
Be gone. Let's see. Still haven't got invited yet. This is going to be the major sub.
You're not allowed to join me. Need
Nah.
him actually gone behind your back.
Nah, you're still not online according to my game.
Why not? I'll just restart. Can you not just invite me when I'm offline?
I don't know, I can try, but I don't think it works.
I think it does. But anyway, while we're waiting, we'll get to talk to Nibbles Biscuit.
Hang on, I'm on it. One
Yeah,
second.
take your time. Take the time.
There we go. No. He got denied.
Yeah, that's very sad, and he's gone. I'll restart my game. We'll see if that helps. Wah 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 wah. Technical difficulties in the very first race, everyone. It wouldn't be a Codemasters F1 game without it.
No, this is a you problem, not a Codemasters issue.
No, but still.
No. It's
Let me finish.
it's
Let
a
me
you
finish.
issue. 2 sec Storm.
It might be my problem. But it might be my problem, I admit that. But this wouldn't happen in any other game. It's an EA problem. EA are discriminating against every league, and we all hate them dearly
No,
first.
this is just a you problem.
Yeah.
There was no issues with this until you arrived.
Wait until the red flags come out at the start of the race, then we'll see. Tim, try now. Hopefully it'll work.
Let me check. Yes, you're online. It's unbelievable.
I think you could have invited me whenever I was offline, but we're doing that for the sub.
I did.
Yeah. Is it not working? Okay, that's noted then for whenever I'm hosting lobbies. Great. I have finally arrived. And with that, let's get on to who we're going to be talking to next on Gridwalk, and it is Oxagrav, the Dane himself.
Bing. Invite sent. Request to speak has been sent.
Oxagrav, it's also been a while since I spoke to you, but look, welcome to
there.
season. Welcome
You caught me by
to
surprise. What the fuck? Yeah.
Hmm.
Hi.
Welcome to season 4. Apologies for the language. If anyone is offended, then you can contact the helpline of www.wedon'tcare. Oxagrav, welcome to season 4 of Next Gen by JL. What's
Thank
the
you.
ambition for this race?
Finished P10. I think that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, I can resonate with that very much so. Looking towards this season, it's a much shorter championship, obviously, with the imminent F1 24 game releasing. Do you think you'll be able to challenge for, say, the top 5 in the championship?
Yeah, maybe. If I don't crash myself out. Maybe.
Give us a little bit of information about you and your team for anyone who may be oblivious.
We take things on the go. That is the way.
Is that it? I suppose it is. Thank you very much, Oxagrav. Best of luck tonight.
Alright,
you.
back to banishment.
Back to the audience. Don't come back until next week, or until the post race. Who are we not speaking to? Let's see. Nikon. I like the name.
Hello.
Nikon. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing?
Oh, quite okay.
That's good. First race of the season. First day back at school. Give us a little bit of information about yourself and what you plan to do this season.
Well, it's obviously my first race in the league, and I don't know the levels of the drivers. But I suppose that a top 5, top 10 finish is my goal right now. Maybe establish myself in the league. And
That's very good.
looking
Yeah.
forward to win at least one race.
That's very good. I like your attitude. You seem like a very nice guy. Just looking towards this race, you said you're aiming for the top 5, top 10. What do you think you'll be able to do teams-wise this season in the Constructors' Championship?
Maybe top 5. I obviously want to finish in the top half, but I obviously don't know the levels of the drivers. We will see after the first race, and we obviously will be aiming for P1. But
Is the ultimate goal. Thank you very much, Nikon. Best of luck this evening.
And back to the audience for you.
Be gone. Alright, that concludes the first Storms Grid Walk of the Next Gen by JL season. Very fun. Did do that in any league. And now the focus is very, very much on the opening race of the season. If you are just joining us, welcome along to the opening round of Season 4 of Next Gen by JL. I'm Mr. Storm. Joining me in the commentary box this evening is the wonderful team and the even more wonderful Ben Buxton. We are going to be taking you through an 18-minute qualifying session followed by a 29-lap dash around the Lusail International Circuit. And qualifying will be getting underway in a few minutes' time.
This is a lie. As NGFL, as Next Gen by JL, I should say, we never start on time.
It happened a lot.
That's why I said a few minutes. My question is, why are there 6 people spectating?
Zomzi wants an interview. Give him a short interview. I don't know. We got time.
Zomzi, got it. Zomzi, you're now upper class if you accept
Got
this.
power. I'm back.
The power's got into his head. Goodbye.
Yeah, Zom wanted to commentate tonight, and then he realised he was racing, so he's back.
Did I want to commentate?
Did you not? So
now you did say it.
I don't think I did. I said I wanted to race Canada tonight, not Qatar.
Yeah, you messed up
So,
there.
30 minutes practice on
I
the right
mean,
track.
if you say Qatar wrong enough, you'll get Canada.
Yeah.
to be fair,
So yeah, it's not going to go well.
if you have practiced for the wrong track all week, then I would suggest you come up to the commentary booth and say it's embarrassment anyway.
Well, it's going to be
don't.
embarrassing anyway.
Don't come to the commentary booth. Still do it. It'd be funny. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Right, if I DNF within 5 laps, I'll come and join comms.
That'll be chaos.
That would
What
be.
if you
And
do
if
an on
someone's
the first
taking me
corner?
out, I'll be coming in and be like, this guy's a fucking cunt.
Oh my god! Guys, Sam Rose is in this league. I totally forgot until I mentioned his name about 10 minutes ago. Sam Rose is not listening to us at the moment, which is very sad, because I know he enjoys my commentary. Anyway, we should hopefully be getting underway in a few minutes. As Ben said, this league is very notorious for not getting underway on time. Hopefully that trend is broken this season. Qualifying is coming up in a few minutes' time. We are now going to leave the stage and head over to our brand new commentary channel. So if you want to, it's in private.
Well, you can join in. You just can't speak.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was thinking it was completely private to us, and that would be much fun. But yes, if you do want to come along and join, come listen. That would be very nice. Very much appreciated. We'll be back on stage after the race.
I might join.
Oh yeah, let's get this party
yeah.
started. Oh, whenever. Right, let's get this setup going.
Probably good. Let's see.
Nice. Apparently, I'm in 2 places at once.
Yeah, same. Well, now I'm not anymore. I think. I don't know.
Testing, 1, 2. How are we all doing?
Good. The audio sounds good.
Your mic's muted.
No, I don't. You cheeky boy.
Let's
Your mic's
see.
still muted. I can't hear you.
Well, why are you? Whoa, hold on a minute. Are we doing like a Kimi Räikkönen situation here?
What?
No, I cannot hear you. If you can hear me, box.
Right, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Look, it is the opening.
I can't hear you.
But you're interrupting me in the middle of speaking, so how
Well,
does
I
that
don't
work?
know. I can't hear you. How do I know if I'm interrupting
You
you if I can't hear you?
respond. You respond there.
But you
You'll never know.
respond now. But you respond now.
Just Box if you could hear me.
Alright. We'll leave it there, folks, on that bombshell. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week. Good night. This is the moment of all time. Anyway,
Are you
we're
in
here.
yet?
Me.
Yeah, you. Are you in yet?
Yeah, I've been in for like 15 minutes. I've been in for 5
Damn.
minutes, yeah. How's the angle looking? I think that's good, yeah. I'll lean back a little bit and bring that towards me. There we go. That's perfect, right.
I'm very confused on who is here yet or not.
Why do we have 6 people spectating? There was only 3 commentators.
You've got engineers in there.
Engineers.
Do we have engineers in this way? That's fantastic.
Lorry's engine. And it's also a test to see if the lobby limit is indeed 22 or the driver limit is 22.
Well, Ben, in the Ben Buxton fashion, what do engineers do?
Engineers. Engineer.
Very, very good. Very nice. Hopefully my audio is good. Hopefully it's turned up quite well because I know
Mike.
it's obviously... Yeah, I've gathered that already, mate. But normally there's a problem if you commentate for the first time in the league. The audio is going to be very low. Hopefully Tim's rectified that.
I don't know. I'm trying to, but
Just turn the audio up and we'll be A-okay. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. Oh god. I don't know why I said that like a creep, but still. This is going to be the greatest race of all time. Guaranteed.
we'll see. I hope it is.
Of course, this isn't the best track to overtake around, so we will see if we're going to have a good race or whether we're going to have quite a boring race and a
Correction.
driver.
It's not a good track to overtake around if you're a car.
It's very, very true. Definitely.
A bike, on the other hand.
I'm thinking, do we have everyone?
I don't think, though, to be fair, the Tour de Qatar would probably do something around this track, and it would be very easy to overtake coming down into any of the 16 corners on the track. However,
Yeah,
on
I'm going to say
motorbikes...
start without people who haven't shown up.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get going, folks. It is round 1 of 8. There are 8 rounds
Right.
in season
Hurry up,
4
I
of
guess.
this
We're in
championship.
gym terms, start your engines.
People are just starting without obviously having been allowed to start. So
Why do they get executed if that's the case?
Bruh, well, I guess we'll start, and whoever is
Okay.
late is just late.
That's an awful shame.
If,
Anyway,
you're,
well,
if you're late, that's on you. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that's not our problem.
we're starting 1 minute earlier than the max starting time, so it's fine.
Anyway, welcome along.
We'll just get 1 minute earlier each day, or each
Yeah.
race.
Yeah.
It is round 1 of 8 in the next gen. I'm sorry. By JL season, it is qualifying for the Qatar Grand Prix, and it's coming up in just a short while time. And actually, it's loading as soon as I said that. Very good timing for myself. Welcome along, then. A blank canvas is about to be painted on. It is round 1 of 8 in the final championship before we move on to F124. Who is going to win the title? Will Yasko defend his title with Skyscraper get revenge? Or will any of the other 20 drivers who are probably supposed to be in this league get their hands on the World Drivers' Championship trophy? I am Mr. Storm, joined in the commentary box by the wonderful Tim and the even more wonderful Ben Buxton. It's the start of a new season, folks. How are we? To quote Fabinho.
Pretty good, I'd say. Well, looking forward to the first race.
Ben, how you doing?
I'm feeling
Eh.
I don't want to see some racing.
Why eh?
I got forced to go shopping today. Didn't want to do it.
What a shame. Anyway, 18 minutes of qualifying to come to decide the grid for a 29-lap race. Ben, if you can just talk to our viewers about what does qualifying mean? What does it entail?
Qualifying is when you have to set the fastest lap over a set period of time. Whoever's fastest starts on pole. So the faster you are, the further up the grid in the race you will be.
You know, Ben, you'd be a fantastic commentator for the F1 kids. Anyway, coming out on track first is Kajuba in what looks like at first glance looks like a bit of like the Union Jack. And I'm not sure if we're being very patriotic to the United Kingdom. If so, that's absolutely brilliant. If we're not, then that makes me look like a bit of egg on my
I don't
face.
know.
Anyway.
AFY is the. I think AFY wouldn't be too happy to hear it because, well, he's Welsh.
Oh no! How disappointing. Yeah. Anyway, Kachuba is the first driver out on track, but he will be overtaken by, let me see, it'll take me a little bit of time to get accustomed to everyone. No, it's not Sky Scout and Bath Destroyer, who is in the sort of browny black and green car. Sky Scout will be the first driver then to get going in what is actually quite, I have to say about this league, the creativity of being able to create your own team and have all sorts of weird and wacky and colourful liveries is absolutely fantastic. But we are going to take you through the first qualifying lap of this season. Skyscap is about to head into turn 16, fourth gear, waiting for the ideal moment to strike. He is looking to get back to winning ways. He's looking to win back his championship crown after being cruelly denied at the last race of last season in Japan. He is ready to start his first qualifying lap of the new season. Coming down the front straight, 320 kilometers an hour in 8th gear. Brake around the 50-meter board, clip the apex of turn 1, run a little bit wide out in towards turn 2. Nice run through there for our season 2 champion, Skyscap, through turn 2. Goes very, very wide, taking the optimum line there onto the Rolex advertising banner in towards the fast turn 4 and 5. That's what the first sector split would be in MotoGP, but it's just up the road here in Formula 1. At the first sector split, Skyscap sets a 26.6 through the slow left-hand hairpin turn off turn 6, third gear, 4th, 5th, rising up towards 6th, and then down in towards turn 8, the long right-hander of turn 8 into the 2 kinks of 9, and then the flat-out turn 10. Right-hander, 6th gear, 255 kilometers an hour, down the brakes into 4th, 150 kilometers an hour for the next turn. And now it's basically flat out for the next portion of the lap. Under the F123 advertising banner, flat out for this right kink. Flat out for this right kink. Will he lift it here? Flat out for this right kink. Will he go flat or will he lift off slightly into the left? He does lift off slightly. 6th gear, 240 kilometers an hour, and coming in towards turn number 16. That is a lap of the Losail International Circuit. Skyscap guns the throttle, activates the DRS, pedal to the metal, up to the line, and he will set a 1 minute 21.127. Tim, what a lap.
I think it was quicker than last season's pole position.
Bath Destroyer goes second behind in a second with 1 minute
He did have a snap
22.1.
over on the exit of the penultimate corner. I picked up on that myself.
Oxenbrad goes into third.
Had a little bit of a spin just before the end of sector 1 whilst you were talking, and has taken out, I think, the 100-meter board, or it was 150 meter, one of them.
I don't know who.
Sam Rose has slotted into 4th place. Obviously, Sam is looking for his first ever win in league racing since the end of season 1 of Tireless Racing League back in, I want to say January of last year. So it's been a very long winless drought for Sam Rose. He's looking to go back to winning ways in NGFL. Ben, over to you.
Going back to what you said about how I'm a brilliant commentator on F1 Kids, I can make it even simpler for any children watching.
Right, go on. Then.
Qualifying is like a running race with cars.
Damn, that's next.
Whoever
That's
goes quickest wins.
That's deep. That's really deep. Oh
We've
my
got
god.
Sam Rose in the gravel.
Oh, do we? Yeah, we do. Right. Yeah. So
I was going to make a really bad joke, but I'm going to refrain.
Would you lose your commentary privileges about the case?
Contrails about to complete
No,
lap.
Tim knows what I'm saying. Tim knows what I was going to...
Yeah.
I think Tim knows what I was going to say.
Oh, Control goes to P3, solid lap from him.
And Sada's in P2, obviously, but no one can stop Skyscap at the
Zolzy
moment.
Goes P7.
Next driver to head to the line, if
Punga.
I'm right.
Oh no, Punga's into the pits.
Yeah, Punga pits. A lot of drivers coming in.
Eva.
Let's see.
no,
Litwa
you're not.
will be
Never
pitting.
mind.
Yeah, Litwa's pitting. and
I-
Nikon is pitching as well. So first run's basically over. What do we make of Skyscap's initial pace?
He's quick. I think, if I'm correctly, he beat the lap time of the fastest lap time of last season. So
Very good.
I'm
Very
going
nice.
to put in after this on all that, so we might want to pay attention to that.
yeah, I mean, if we take a look at pole positions, Bottas is currently tied with Gurjan for the most pole positions in the history here. So
Oh, just to butt in there, mate. Artem does run a little bit wide coming through turn 15. He is on the brakes, though, very nicely indeed for the final corner of the lap. It would have ruined his momentum slightly as he comes up to the line. It's not going to trouble Skyscap and Sada. At the front of the field, we have a yellow flag coming for the kink of turn 9 as Artem goes 11th.
it's
He's
not.
Cuba off.
It's
Juba,
spinning.
yeah.
I've just made a spin.
Yeah, Razout is on an outlap as well. Punga's coming out of the pits now, and Flexi is also on an outlap as the second runs are just about to commence here with round 1 of 8, the Lusail International Circuit.
Ad break.
I think Control will put down another lap, but I'm not sure. Or he's just trying to configure some race space.
Cuba seems to have had another spin.
Rezout is now starting his first lap.
Yeah, Kajuba obviously not getting on very well at the moment with, what are we going to call that car? The Union Jack car? I'm not sure. Anyway, we will think of names for all the respective, and we'll think of nicknames for all the respective cars as the season
Because we're
goes
too
on.
lazy to learn the team names.
Yeah, we don't like.
Apart from you and your massive notepad.
No, that's only for TRL. However,
He's
in
gonna
this go-
go W. Smith and buy a new notepad.
yeah, for the next NGFL race, there will be a Storm's notebook, hopefully, or Storm's notebook. Yeah,
And bro said he wasn't Ted Kravitz.
yeah, but I'm not.
2-6 Storm. We got a yellow flag in sector 3.
Rezout put some purple in the middle sector. Let's
He has,
see.
yeah.
Let's see what he can do.
Can he go flat through the penultimate corner?
There's
Let's
traffic
see.
though. Hopefully they'll keep out of his way.
And they have. He will get a little bit of a slipstream though, coming on the front straight from, I believe that is Flexi's teammate. Razo coming up to the line. It does look like it's a good enough lap. Will it be enough to get into provisional pole position? No, it isn't. He goes into 6th with a 1 minute 21.936. Just to make you two aware, purple sectors lie a lot in this game, so don't trust them. Skyscap is coming out on an outlap and has started his second flying lap. Take us through it, Tim.
Let's see. Well, I've up to the first turn. I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with the racing line of this track yet, so let's just see what he can do. Lots of drivers, others on a flyer as well. Sure, but let's see what his first sector time says. Oh, he goes wide, and yeah, that's his lap time gone. He
Backed off.
He
Yeah.
backed off.
Hunger's currently on a lap, right? Trying to
Yeah.
put that first lap on the board.
Let's see.
Flexi has invalidated, so we'll have to go again.
Let's see.
Yeah, Nikon's coming up to the line now. Ben, if you would be so good as to take
Punga
us
is
through
about
his
to
lap.
come to the first line.
I'm
Yeah?
currently viewing Hunger, so
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not able to see what happens with Hunger through the final corner.
Oh,
now.
Razos with a small
50,
moment there.
Punga about to complete his
Runs
first
it
lap.
right to the white line. Then it's flat out down the straight, and Punga will go 8th.
Not too shabby, I'd say. As Blood Destroyer, it was. Yeah, Blood Destroyer goes to P2 now.
I'm just taking a look through a lot of laps at the moment. There are a lot of track limits infringements, which is fair enough. This is a track that punishes you if you go slightly wide. We might expect to see a lot of track limit penalties throughout this Grand Prix weekend. Next driver to come up to the line is Nibbles Biscuit. He is on an outlap. He's on an outlap. Lit was behind him, that's right. Ben, do you think you'd be able to take us through Nibbles' lap?
Hang on, where I've lost it. Hang on.
B6.
Yeah, found. As she goes through whatever turn number that is. I don't know. I don't know Qatar.
Two!
Yeah, 3. I can count. Trust me.
Yay!
Now, Slight dab of the brakes at turn 5. Wait, no, that's 4. That's turn 5. Through the band of sector 1, is a 10th up on her previous time. Runs it right out of the white line on the curb. Keeps it in track limits. With another quick dab of the brake. 2 dabs of the brake. Keeps it nicely within track limits. As she goes through this snaky section of sector 2, coming up to turn, I've lost count. Runs it out wide onto the curb and invalidates, and that lap is gone.
Ben Buxton with always valuable insight there as he proves his inability to count or to. I suppose.
That's a lie. I can count to 5.
Okay, well, it's not very high, is it?
I do A-level maths. I can count to 5.
Okay, that's fantastic. As Tim mentioned, Litwa is coming up to the line, but it is a very slow lap. He's 2 seconds off his previous best. And then following him around is Nibbles Biscuit, who has also invalidated his lap. There's a big gap then
Purple in
between
the first sector
him.
for Control.
Let's ride on board with him. Then Contrail coming down in towards turn number 8. The right-hander 4th gear, sticking at around 160 kilometers an hour. Up through the gears, up on the throttle 6th gear, flat out through that little king, then down in towards turn number 11 4th gear, hanging it wide out to the white line. Does very, very well there. Swedish F1 boy has left the session due to a connection issue, presumably. 5/10 up goes Contrail.
He had to.
Ebra is about to cross the line. Was purple in sector 2 when I saw, and is 12th. So that was a lie.
Yeah, well, Contrail is definitely going purple. He's 5/10 up in his personal best, and it looks like Skyscap's personal best time that has put him at the top of the timesheets is about to be absolutely obliterated by the man in the very, very sparkly, very, very snazzy livery. Contrail, up to the line. Will it be provisional pole? The answer is yes. And it is 6/10 quicker than his personal best, and nearly 4/10 quicker than Skyscap. Beat that, everyone. What a lap from Contrail.
Amazing. Oscar goes second. Look at that. Oscar
Yeah,
was doing
right there.
Started doing very well there.
And
Bath Destroyer
Artem
is in the pits.
And Artem
let's
up
see.
to P9 now.
Next driver coming up to the line, if I can just check that, is Razout, who is on an outlap. So Tim, if you would be so kind to take us through his next qualifying run.
I could try, but I think you're better at it.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, if you can, it would be better.
Okay, why not? Yay, more time to talk, everyone. That's definitely what I signed up to. Anyway, Razout, 7th gear, will rise up into 8th very soon indeed. There he goes, under the Qatar Airways advertising banner. It's the world's best airline, they say. I heavily doubted in towards turn 1 he goes. 5th gear, 175 kilometers an hour, hanging it out to dry on the white line of turn 1, then into turn 2. You need to take a nice wide line to maximise the potential coming into turn 3. We have the yellow flag in the middle of sector 3, nothing to be too concerned about though. Razout into the fast turn number 4, and then into the equally as fast turn number 5, 5th gear, 220 kilometers an hour at the first sector split. He is 1 and a bit tenths down, interesting enough, so time to be found for the driver in the also very snazzy looking car. He is in 8th place at the moment, obviously. He is currently on a flying lap. If you're just joining us, welcome along to round 1 of 8. This is Next Gen by JL, and this is qualifying for the Qatar Grand Prix. I'm Mr. Storm, taking you through this 18-minute qualifying session and the 29 laps of the race, joined by Ben Buxton and Tim. Razout coming up towards the middle sector split is now 7/10 off, and it's well and truly said that this lap has gone very badly indeed. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, of course, it's not a good lap from him. Zonzi also not on I think, yeah, Oxygraph is slightly improving currently, as he is in the middle sector.
Well, we'll see what his middle sector split time is going to be. He's adorning the first you have to finish Michael Schumacher sticker there. Coming up towards the middle sector split, Oxygraph is currently 3/10 up, and it's apparently a purple middle sector. We all know that is a lie though, as Codemasters likes to lie about these sort of things. They hate us, guys! Anyway, coming into the penultimate corner comes Oxygraph. Turn 15, nearly loses the rear. There was a slight snap of oversteer I saw, I think. Into the final corner, 4th gear, 185 kilometers an hour, activating the DRS. Roundabout now, he's out of ERS deployment, but that will not matter. It's a long straight, but he should just have done enough to improve his time. Goes into 11th only, with a 22.1. But next up, and I think the man we're all going to be focusing on now, is Skyscap. And if anything goes, he might well just improve, and he might well be able to get back on provisional pole position. Ben, take us through the lap.
So breaking into turn 1, I can count beyond 5 this time. I've learnt how to count trust me.
Good.
Through turn 2 now, 4th gear, double the brakes, really showing the rev limiter who's boss as we dive up to turn 4. Double the brakes down to gear 5, nearly fully flat through turn 5. That turn 5, yeah, 6. This is now 6, down to gear 2, right on the edge of the white line now. Coming up to turn 7, down to 3rd, then up to quickly to 4th. Traffic then gets in the way, but tries to get out of the way. We don't know if that would have affected him severely. Then goes round whoever that was. I don't know. Right on the edge of track limits. There, but keeping it all nice in check. Now coming up to the really first section. It's flat through the first kink, then apex, then the second, as fully flat through the third, keeps it nice and pinned. Slight minor lift off there, goes off track from it on my screen, but that might have just been lag. Comes through the final corner, right on the edge of the white line as Flexi gets the fastest lap from nowhere, and then Skyscap comes up to the line and does not improves, but does not improve his position.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben Contrell, just starting his final flying run. What a lap from Flexi to put himself in provisional pole position with a 1 minute 20.6. As Rob said in F1 2010, that came out of nowhere. Contrell coming through turn number 5 up to the first sector split. There is a slight kick of oversteer coming out of there, and he is 2/10 down. That's not the best start to a lap that he obviously has to improve if he wants to get provisional pole. Sada is not near the line yet, so we'll not be focusing on him for a while. Contrell coming through turn 8 then. Oh, massive kick of oversteer, and he has aborted this lap. Coming up to the line next is Nibbles Biscuit in that lovely yellow car. Almost a little bit like Bumblebee, I suppose. That's my first impression of the car.
It's fair. Nibbles starting it now.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the old Rich Energy livery.
Yeah.
So we have Bob Destroyer, who is slightly a bit down on his last lap.
Next up to the line is ZomZ, who is also on an outlap. Litwa is not up to the line. His teammate, of Sada, is coming up to the line, and this might well be the lap that seals him pole position. He is obviously the best wingman anyone could ask for in Turbo Racing League, but in NGFL, or Next Gen by JL, whatever you like to call it.
It's quality over for Milford, Nikon, Punga, and Oxygraph.
Contrell has not got around in time. So Contrell will not be on pole position, which means Sada will be the only driver that's probably going to be able to take on Flexi, as Skyscap has backed out of his run on his way to the pits. Sada, at the first sector split, is 0.007 of a second up, and that is good, steady progress, but it might well be enough. Will he find more time across the next half of the lap? You might well know. Coming down in towards turn number 8, then 9 into the flat out kink off turn number 10. 6th gear, 250 kilometers an hour, breaking down in towards 11. 4th gear, 150 kilometers an hour, rising up the gears and pushing his foot to the floor under the F123 advertising banner. And then up to the middle sector split. He is 40 thousandths up, and it is apparently a purple middle sector. If he can find enough time in this very strenuous, grueling, hard, difficult and tough section, then he might well be on for a pole position to start the season. He has ran wide though! And that is well and truly all she wrote. And unless anyone has anything to say about it, the first pole man of the year will be Flexi.
Not Zomzi's invalidated, Zomzi's invalidated.
And it's Flexi from in the front of pit lane there.
Well, let's not forget he did set his lap time just a few minutes ago, but that is it for the first qualifying session of the new season. It is Flexi on pole, with Contrell occupying the front row, Sada and Skyscap in the second row, and the rest of the grid a little bit further behind in the 1 minute 21s are lower end of the grid. Artem, Sam, Oxograph, Kajuba and Tetesh all in the 1 minute 22s. Ben, what did you make of that session?
A few surprises out there, but everyone is more or less where I expected them to be. As I said, a few surprises, but this is looking up to be a really interesting race, provided turn 1 doesn't become hell.
Well, it might well do. That is your for the first qualifying session of 8 this season. Flexi Occupying pole position for the first time this season, Contrail is on the front row alongside him, 82 thousandths of a second separating the two men at the front. Saturn Skyscape are in the second row, Nibbles Biscuit and Nikon on the third. Bath Destroyer, Zom, Zed, Razout and Punga occupy the rest of the top 10 with Litwa, Artem, Lizov, Samrose, Oxagrav, Kajuba and Tetesh rounding out the rest of the grid. The opening race of Season 4 of Next Gen by JL is on the way very shortly.
Whilst we have this slight break, for some reason, my File Explorer is now running at 60 frames per second. I don't know when that happened, but File Explorer has been given a performance update on my computer.
Do we do a formation lap in this league?
Yeah, we do.
That's very good because we don't want a red flag glitch. Anyway, welcome along. If you have just joined us, you missed a pretty exciting qualifying session, but we are very glad you can join us for the opening race of 8 in this Season 4 of Next Gen by JL. A blank canvas ready to be painted on, a dramatic qualifying session hopefully followed by another dramatic race. Flexi qualified on pole position with Contrail occupying the rest of the front row, with him 82 thousandths of a second between the two drivers on the front row. Sada aborted his final lap after running wide at turn 15. It might have looked like he was on course for maybe second, maybe even first, with our Season 2 champion Skyscap in fourth. Last season's champion Yasko Kirill is not racing this evening, which means that his title defense has started off in probably the worst imaginable way possible. I am Mr. Storm. Joining myself in the commentary box for this opening race of the season is Tim. Say hello, Tim.
Hello.
And the equally as brilliant Ben Buxton. Say hello, Ben.
Nah.
Okay. Possible race strategies: you're starting on the medium compound tire, you'll be pitting around laps 17 to 19 to pit for the soft compound tire. Let's take a look at what tires the grid have decided to start the opening race of the season on the front row or on the mediums. TTV Flexi and Contra have both decided to go for the yellow wall compound. Sada and Skyscape on the hards. The next three drivers on the grid of Nibbles Biscuit, Nikon and Bath Destroyer are on the mediums. Zomzed is on the hards. Razout and Punga are on the mediums respectively. Little and Artem are on the mediums. Sam Rose on the hards. Oxagraph decides to opt for the medium tires. Kajuba is the only driver in the softs, and Tetesh rounding out the grid is on the medium compound tires. The wait is finally over, gentlemen. Season 4 is about to begin. Who's going to win the race?
The driver across to the line first. Hadn't you guessed by now?
Yeah, but we need names. That's the big thing.
I'm terrible at predictions, so I'm going to do what I do best, and is shut my eyes, point at a driver, and say who it is.
Let's see who Ben points at.
My finger has randomly pointed to Skyscat.
Bold prediction: our Season 2 champion in 4th on the grid. Tim, opening race of the season. Nothing like it, as the grid is a little bit scattered. There's a driver who's not supposed to be at the back. Who is at the back? Punga has decided to go to the very back of the grid, despite qualifying 10th. But look, Tim, who's going to win the opening race of the season?
For hot choice, I think Oscar might have a chance to grab a Europol win, I must say. With the blue livery, of course.
Well, history, whether you like it or not, is about to be made. 8 races. The road to F124 has well and truly begun. Will it be one last hurrah on a pretty mediocre iteration of the F1 game? We're hoping it's going to be an absolutely fantastic season, and it is about to get underway. Flexi lines up in pole position. Contrail is doing donuts, trying to warm up his tyres in second. Chaos on the grid as the drivers line up for the opening race of the season. If you look at the line Skyscap's taking, it is very aggressive indeed as Contrail goes through him and Nikon in
Alexi's
second
pointed
place.
towards the inside of the circuit.
He is, yeah. Well, here we go. A blank canvas about to be painted. The first of 8 races. We go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights for the opening race of the season.
Leg.
Wait for it. Wait for it, and here we are underway in Qatar. It looks like it's a good start from Flexi. Contra will drag him down towards turn number 1. Sada's had a poor start, so is the rest of the grid. It doesn't look like there's much chaos coming down into turn 1. Contra dies on the inside of Flexi, runs wide, and that means that our pole man has got the whole shot coming down into turn 1. Not much chaos in the opening lap of the race. Razard has dropped down the field slightly, but at the moment, Flexi leads from Skyscap, Nibbles, Biscuit, and Sada. Sada trying to go around the outside. Contact mate coming down in towards turn 4. Nikon up the inside. Contact mate with Sada as well. Contrails in 6th as Sada dives up the inside of him. Zomzed and Bath Destroy going side by side as well. It is drama on the opening lap of the season. What a start! Over to you, Tim.
We've got Arton in this stuff on at the back. Sorry to carry in there, but we've had Arton, Little, and Bunga off further down the field. They've gotten going. Seem to be all right now.
Well, Ben Buxton's prediction of Skyscap going to win the race has started very well indeed, as our Season 2 champion is in 2nd from 4th at the moment. Let's take a look at our position changes on the opening lap of this Grand Prix. Skyscap up 2, Nibbles Biscuit up 2, Nikon's up 2, Contrail and Sada both down 3, Bath Destroy and Zomzed both they started, Lit was up 2, Oxograph up 4, Sam Rose is up 2, Kajub and Tesh both up 3. And our main losers at the start, Razart and Punga, both on 5 down and 6 down respectively. Tim, opening first lap of the season. It's great to be back, isn't it? As Flexi breaks the toe coming down towards turn 1.
Absolutely fantastic, and what a start from Flexi. Only Skyscap seems to be able to hold on, and he's doing surprisingly well in this, of course, his new car, new team.
3 wide into turn 1, there is Zomzed and Litwa are battling, and Litwa trying to get into 8th place, sorry. Went up the inside into turn 1, but Zomzed holding on very well indeed. Ben, it's a dramatic start to the season. Isn't this what we wanted? As TTV, Flexi and Skyscap have absolutely legged it.
It will be a two-way fight, it seems. It's purple, according to the game at least, in the first sector for Skyscap. But
What the game believable?
but he's the only one who seems to be able to catch up.
Yellow flag for Kajuba. Kajuba has spun at turn number 6, has spun the car around and has got that going. But that is not the start of the season that he would have wanted. Skyscap remaining in a very, very good region to try and get past Flexi. Of course, DRS will be enabled at the start of the next lap. Only 1 detection point and 1 DRS zone on this track, and it is on the long front straight. At the moment, it is a 2-horse race, as Tim said. Over to you, Ben.
Hang on, apparently breaking something, so don't
About
go to me.
About it, Nibbles.
To you, Tim.
Yeah, over to Tim.
Nibbles is just causing a whole train there with Contrail right on her back.
Well, he thinks he's Yano truly, but that train might be about to start breaking apart as Contrail is in the slipstream, goes to the outside.
Look at the front!
Skyscap has set
It's
the fastest lap of the race!
And down the
Skyscap
inside.
dives up the inside, and Skyscap will take the lead of the opening race of the season. The Season 2 champion out for blood after being cruelly denied the title last season. He is out for blood. He wants the title, and it's the perfect start as he leads the race. Contrail's in front of Nibbles Biscuit as well, so that trolley train might be about to dissipate.
I do have some information that might be worthy keeping a note of. Hang on, let me just check. Samrose, Litwa, and then Flexi and Nibbles all have 1 track limit strike as we speak.
Well, of course, we mentioned in qualifying the track limits would be a vital part of this race, as Flexi is so close to Skyscap and should have the benefit of the first DRS pass of the season, unless Skyscap stays
Contrail
in
is
front.
another one to add to that list. Sorry to butt in there.
Nibbles Biscuit obviously remaining within a decent gap of him. Sada is following him. Nikon in turn, Bath Destroyer, the trolley train does occupy position 7 to 3, and then 8th is just slowly hanging on. Flexi has kept a very good gap to Skyscap here on this 3rd lap of the race. Litwa has got our first penalty of the season, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but here comes Flexi. He's ready to activate the DRS, and he's ready to fly back into the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix here in the Sale. Skyscap's battery is significantly lower. Flexi will go to the inside and will get past at least on the straight. Will Skyscap hang it around the outside? No, he will not. As Flexi closes the door, Sada has got past 2 drivers on the straight. Contrail dives up the inside. He's trying to hang off a 3rd. Does so. A little bit of contact made. Nibbles. Oh my.
Oh,
And no! Sada goes around, and that is the result. A very poor racecraft indeed. And that is our first major incident of the season as Tatesh gets a 3-second time penalty.
In the meantime, it's Skyscap still on the back there of Flexi. Looking to make a move, but not really possible, I think, yet. As Oscar has to have a massive comeback here to be back at it. He might need a safety car. Sadek.
Yeah, probably at the moment. Oscar, Sada, whatever you'd like to call him. has got work to do. He is basically climbing Everest, although there are not many prevalent mountains in Qatar to talk about at the moment. Though the DRS battle is probably the main one to talk about at the front between Flexi and Skyscap. Flexi passed Skyscap on lap
Has
3.
Nikon
Skyscap
there?
passed Flexi.
Nikon a bit off there. He tried to make a move around Nibbles. Can't make it yet. But on the main straight now we have got Skyscap with DRS.
Skyscap looking to do what he did on lap 2 to get past Flexi. On lap 5, he has got back into the lead of the race. And it looks like we've got a DRS battle on our hands. Of Bath Destroyer has gone past Nikon. Nibbles Biscuit is the unfortunate soul who's lost in 6th, but he might be able to capitalise should these two come together, just like Sada had the unfortunate fate of going through last lap. Nikon dives up the inside going in towards turn 2. Bath Destroyer trying to hang her around the outside. Does exactly so. Nibbles Biscuit holding on for dear life, hoping he can try and get past, but at the moment, no success for him. Ben.
Yes. Very interesting at the moment. I'm dealing with technical issues in the background, but so if you don't hear much from me, that's why. But I seem to have sorted everything out. Maybe.
Hopefully.
So
Tim.
Well, I wasn't paying attention for 1 sec, but
brilliant, Tim.
yeah, I know. Love it.
Great, Nibbles! Oh, what Nibbles gone and done there? He looked like he cut turn 9 slightly there and has paid the price, getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That DRS battle at the front has also not failed to cease. Skyscap has pulled out a little bit more of a gap than Flexi would have liked on this lap. At the moment, Nikon is trying to get past. Bath Destroyer has a small moment coming out of 14 into 15 he goes. Bath Destroyer does run slightly wide. The dirty air might be a big cause for some of the mistakes at the moment, but we could be going 4 wide coming down into turn 1 between 4th and 7th as Flexi is trying to get past Skyscap to get back in the lead of the race. Skyscap defends the inside. Flexi will go around right outside and will take the lead of the race again. Skyscap, nothing to do there. Nikon gets past Bath Destroyer and he is the sitting duck. Nibbles dives down the inside. Zomzed dives down the inside. And the DRS train is certainly being put to good effect.
Zomzy was also having like a little, like picking up the inside of the tail, backs out of it. There's more opportunities around the circuit to get around it, such as going into turn 4, but not close enough. That camera angle was very deceptive. Bath Destroyer gets back past Zomzy, who now also might get mugged by Oxograph. Maybe not. Zomzy, well, looks like he's almost getting the bumper of Bath Destroyer going through turn 6.
Well, as you were speaking there, Ben, I just noticed that Kajuba has made the first pit stop of the season. Oxograph looking to get past Zomzed to go in towards 7th place around the outside at turn 9. That is certainly audacious. Contact made! And Oxograph has caused Zomzed to go around. And that is a demonstration of very, very poor racecraft from him. At the front, Flexi is leading by 4 and a bit tenths from Skyscap. That DRS train has slightly dissipated. Nikon has a time penalty for running wide there at turn number 14. And the time penalties are beginning to add up. Skyscap is a long, long way behind Flexi though at the moment. So Flexi should just about hold on to the lead of the race. Over to you, Tim.
He's not been paying attention again.
I have been paying attention, man. I didn't expect to get over to me, but Skyscap
might be going 3 wide down into turn 1. Sam Rose using double DRS to his advantage, goes from 9th to 7th. And the race winner... Well,
so the battle between Nibbles Biscuit and Nikon started to butt in a little bit of ghosting by the game, clearly not wanting collision. It's going up to turn 4 now. And Nibbles just decides that she'll have a go somewhere else.
As
Skyscap
has to hang on for his life to stay close enough to keep DRS to keep up here.
Well, yellow flag. Oh, we have a spin, and I believe Razout has gone round. And we have a safety car. We have a safety car. And that is the first deployment of Virtual Burn Mylander this season.
As we'll see, maybe some pit stops here.
Yeah, it could be. We could see a rush in the pit lane.
It is the first deployment of the Aston Martin safety car this season, and Flexi obviously has a massive DRS advantage. Not DRS, ERS advantage over Skyscap, 100% to 62%. But the field will be bunched. Now it would have meant something a little bit of time ago, but at the moment, not anymore, obviously. But the field will be bunched together. Ben, tell the audience what a safety car does.
Skyscap pits, Contrail pits. I'm just going to be standing at the end of the pit lane right now, so you can keep going on.
Nibbles pits. Bath Destroyer pits.
It's a little bit of contact maybe. Samurus, Litwa, Oxygraph, Artem Listov, Tatash, Punga, Zomzi, Razal.
It's a battle to see. I'm sorry to interrupt them.
Everyone is in.
Yeah, 2 seconds, Ted. It looks like everyone has pit, apart from a few drivers. There might be a bit of double stacking going on. Whether the teams can time that well is up to how the teamwork is going at the moment. But at the moment, the top 3 have come out relatively unscathed.
I think Artem Listov got held because his in-game teammate was in the pits just before him.
That's unfortunate for him, but weren't we saying, though, that Sada needed a safety car, and he has got one. Lap 7 of 29 in the opening race of the season.
And already, well, of course, Q had pitted, so he already got that one, but also now ahead of Razut, who had to change his front wing.
I hope everyone is enjoying the opening race of the season.
The majority of the top, I think the top 6 have retained their positions and have been unaffected by everything.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have anyway, because they were obviously the first to pit off their teams. The field is a little bit more jumbled up than it was coming in towards the safety car period. We are back underway in a few laps' time, I'd say.
When there's a safety car period, there's a safety car out on track. Just thought to let you guys know that.
But what does the safety car do?
Hang on a minute, I think my game's just crashed.
Wah, wah,
Lovely.
wah.
Thank you, EA. I like you.
You see, that's not that's not a skill issue. I will invite you back. So it's just us, Tim, for a few minutes.
Yeah, it is. Finally some rest and some... oh, finally.
I won't come back then, Tim.
Right, will the safety car be coming in at the end of the lap? It doesn't look like Virtual Burn Mylander will be pulling into the pit lane anytime soon. So we will be going around one more lap under these conditions. Flexi leads this race at the moment with Skyscap in second. Skyscap getting very close to the pit lane there. Contrail is in third, Nikon's fourth, Nibbles, Biscuit and Bapstra are fifth and sixth. Samaras in seventh, Litwa, Tatesh and Oxygrab rounding out the rest of the top 10. Both Tatesh and Oxygrab, the 2 teammates, are right behind each other in 9th and 10th. Tim, what have you made of the opening act of this race so far?
I think it was rather interesting. We've got, of course, 2 drivers who run a bit away, battled for the lead, but the drivers...
Tim, can I have an invite?
No.
But the drivers behind, I mean, especially Contrail, who's currently P3, and we know from qualifying he has the pace to keep up with them, but had some traffic on the opening laps, but this time he's got the chance to actually stay with them, with the top driver. So we might see a 3-way battle after the safety car.
Well, that would be what we want. I think we obviously have seen some very good battles up and down the field, but we've only seen the 2
before we have the safety car come in.
Yeah, we've only seen the 2 of Flexi and Skyscat battle it out on the opening lap so far.
I like playing F1 2012 after this.
I appreciate that decision. I like that. That's a W decision from a W guy, I hope. Ben, you never explained what a safety car did.
Well, I will explain it if there's time when I get re-invited.
Well, did I not re-invite you? Hold on. There we go. That should be good.
Yes, it is.
Right. Well, the safety car will make its decision whether it wants to come in at the middle sector split. Ben's back. And the safety car will make its decision very soon whether Virtual Burn Mylander will peel into the pits. He will. And the racing is about to get underway.
A virtual safety car in this virtual Burt Mylander?
Virtual
yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
virtual Mylander.
Right then.
Virtual Burt Mylander squared.
Yeah,
basically.
Conspiracy theory. Anyway, I'm going to take you through the restart of this Grand Prix. Flexi leads. Skyscap second. Skyscap on his tail. Flexi swerving from right to left and left to right. Contrail in third, Nikon fourth. We are about to get underway. Flexi puts his foot to the floor and we are underway again. He has caught Skyscap napping slightly. Skyscap thankfully has a corner to break and try and close the gap. Flexi activating all of his ERS on the front straight. Not trying to break the toe though. You can't pass until the safety car line. But look at the gap that Flexi and Skyscap have tried to extend. Skyscap will try and go around the outside into turn 1. The Season 2 champion doesn't hold it, goes for the cutback. We'll have the outside for turn 2. Flexi will have to defend very well indeed. Skyscap goes for the cutback again. It doesn't look like there's much chaos on the safety car restart. A few changing of positions. Skyscap looking to get back into the lead of the race. Flexi defends well though, covering the outside, coming in towards turn 4. Ben.
We also had Bath Destroyer on Nibbles going down the straight there, which got neglected due to the battle up front. But right now, the top 3 seem to have pulled away. Flexi, Skyscap, Contrail. I think these 3 are going to be our main title contenders. As you see, because Punga loses the position. Oh, there's contact! Punga and Listov are off. They're off. And into the gravel. Both seem to have gone away with it, so I don't think we'll be getting a safety car.
I don't think so, but look at...
and
Punga's out, Punga's out.
So,
would you look at that?
It was a manual retirement, so...
But Contrail, who had of course a pole start...
Oxygraph gets a 3-second time penalty, so to just butt in there.
Contrail had a poor restart from the safety car, and now gets a 3-second time penalty. But he had managed to hang on there.
Here comes Skyscap!
Skyscap's trying to get round, Contrail's
And here comes Contrail! Nearly going 3 wide in towards turn 1. Contrail will resume the lead of the Grand Prix. Contact made between him and Skyscap. As TTV Flexi will try and capitalise on those 2 making minimal contact. Flexi tries to hold it around the outside to no avail though. We have a new leader and his name is Contrail.
What an amazing fight that is.
Well, they have absolutely legged it from Nikon, who is currently occupying 4th spot. But as Ben said, Contrail does have a penalty for track limit warning. Skyscap is the only... Skyscap and Flexi the only in the top 4 who do not have penalties. Sam Rose has rose up to 6th. Over to you, Tim.
Well, I think Ben maybe can give us an insight in whether Skyscap and Flexi have warnings or not.
I can see what I can find. Hang on a minute. In the throwaway, I will come back to you.
Okay.
We are checking. Anyway, back to the Grand Prix. We'll wait for Ben's input very shortly.
Hang on, I need to do a lot of counting. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Hopefully he can count higher than...
I've got a massive list, which is session events, which includes overtakes, so I could be here a while.
Okay, fantastic. Anyway, Skyscap will try and get back into the lead of the Grand Prix, picking up where he left off on the last lap. TTV Flexi is not going to try anything going down into turn 1, but Skyscap will go up the inside of Contrail and will get back into the lead of the Grand Prix here in Losail. Contrail does not fight back at the moment because he knows that he is on a time penalty and will try and advance himself into that 3-second gap he needs before the end of the race. Has a small moment, has a look coming into turn 4. At the moment, not trying to do anything. Flexi has fallen slightly behind though from leading this race. He's down to 3rd and may seem like he's struggling. Back to you, Tim.
Well, it's rather interesting to see how Flexi just decided to back off a little there, let the others fight ahead. I mean, he's just saving up ERS. If you look at that.
Ben, what have you found?
I can't be asked to search through all the massive events of the session, but I can tell you that on that restart lap, Contrail was 6 tenths faster than Skyscap.
Okay,
is
very good. Thank you very much, Ben. If you look to your left, if you're riding on board with any of the top 3, you can see the Losail Stadium that obviously hosted the final of the World Cup back in 2022. But we're not talking about football. We are talking about the Formula 1. Ah, Ferris wheel! Go!
Ferris wheel!
Ferris wheel! Razak time penalty for multiple warnings. Contrail will try and activate DRS to get back into the lead here in Qatar. Contrail will go to the inside as Skyscap doesn't seem to defend too much. Contrail resumes the lead off the Grand Prix. Will Skyscap fight it? He will not. And Contrail gets back into the lead of the race. The Pakistani driver doing his best to try and eke out a 3-second lead.
Yeah,
guys, is it a problem if I thought the barrier on the inside of the final corner was a car spinning?
Barrier?
That's rather interesting.
Barrier. I thought barrier was spinning, so that's why I suddenly went, ooh!
Okay, fair enough. Look at how close the top 3 are though. Nikon, fair play to him, has been keeping everyone behind him in 4th. but has not had the pace at all this evening to try and catch up with Flexi, Skyscap and Contrail. This looks like the three-way fight that should keep us going until the end of the race, bar any
And
drama
shout
or
out to
safety
the
cars.
Battle of Fifth, who seem to be trying to copy our top three, but not for the win.
No, it's not as fun either. Skyscap
Anyways,
and,
back
yeah.
to the lead battle. This is more interesting.
Of course it is. Ben, what is your input at the moment?
I still stand by my original prediction. Skyscap's going to win.
What do you think, Tim?
I think I'm gonna say Flexi now. I think he's got the tactical overhand here. He's not fighting too much. He's just waiting.
Wait to
for
see
it.
what happens, and here comes Skyscap up the inside of Contrail to resume the lead of this race. It's a cat and mouse game at the moment, and currently Skyscap and Contrail trading places every lap of this Grand Prix. Flexi may be waiting for something to go wrong, or until he can pounce himself. Let's take a look at ERS levels. Skyscap on 44%, Contrail's on 27%, Flexi on a staggering 75%. What does that say, Ben?
It says numbers. I don't know, but I've been looking at something else. Shout out to Sam Rose, who started in 13th place, currently up in 5th.
Yeah,
Well, the wait
that
for
is
it. Well,
impressive.
yeah. Well, the wait for a first league win.
Oh, there's an off! Contrail's off! Contrail's off!
Contrail has spun around, and we were
Hold on
waiting
his
for a
own.
moment. We were waiting for a moment that would influence the battle at the front, and Contrail has caused it, and he has gone from 2nd down to 11th, and it's a two-way fight, just like it was at the start of the race between Flexi and Skyscap. Here we go, folks. As the first act concludes, the second act is underway. Halfway through the Qatar Grand Prix, race 1 of 8 in Season 4 of Next Gen by JL. What a moment in this race, Tim.
If Contrail looks on the bright side, he's still first of the non-points finishes.
Well, I mean, he does have 2 1s left to his name, so that is quite nice. Look at Flexi not trying to get into Skyscap's slipstream whatsoever, but look at that, he's still gaining! And he does choose against going to the inside, so this is obviously strategic. What is he planning? And we have an off! Sam Rose! Oh no!
The driver we just complimented. Mistake there.
Commentator's curse strikes again.
It's
Well,
off.
Sam Rose is looking for his first league win in over a year, and it doesn't look like that is going to happen tonight whatsoever.
You didn't
Sam
see what
Rose.
happened.
No, I didn't. I think he went off in the straight all by his own, as Kajuba gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's take a look at the amount of penalties we've had in this race. The amount of driver with the most penalties is Litwa on 6 seconds, and Nikon, who's also on 6 seconds. The rest of the field who have penalties occupy 3-second ones. Let's take a look at the position changes. Skyscap's up 3, Flexi down 1 as Contrail dives up the inside of Sam Rose. Contact made! And Contrail nearly goes off the track. Sam Rose using extreme measures to get back into 10th place.
That is. The fights here are insane as we're about to head to the main straight there with
Oh,
the
we
top.
got Contrail and Sam Rose again going for, with the battle section. This can't work, and it hasn't. Sam Rose is off and is forced to concede. I think he might be able to argue he was forced off there, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of a racing incident between him and Contrail a few corners earlier. Flexi will fly to the inside, and Flexi will finally take the initiative and take the lead off the Qatar Grand Prix with 14 laps to go. Flexi
As-
finally using his head.
It was
as
making a dive on,
yeah.
on Bath Destroyer and gets it done.
Flexi finally using his head. Flexi finally deciding that if he wants to control this race, he should probably do it from the front. Skyscap now has to get back in front if he wants to get back into the position of controlling the race. It's still a very intricate cat and mouse game. We're not sure who's going to win it. It is anyone's game at the moment. Over to you, Tim.
Well, it is lots of possibilities, of course. Well, Nikon, of course, now has P3, but he's run away there from Nibbles. Well, it was Sam Rose, but now from Nibbles. He's there
Oh, Sam
all alone.
Rose has had a Sam Rose huge moment. He's dropped from 10th to 12th.
He's had a
and that's-
horrible race after the spin.
Obviously, confidence has been knocked back a lot for the Englishman, who is struggling a lot, and he might have a bit of damage, I think.
Yeah.
That might explain why he is fallen off the pace slightly in the Bumblebee car. Ben, what have you made of these last few laps?
House.
Flexi versus Skyscap on the front straight yet again. It's about the 10th time we've seen this in this race so far, but it's not getting boring whatsoever. Flexi will not defend too much as Skyscap will go to the inside, and Skyscap will once again take the lead off this Grand Prix. Once again, Flexi not deciding to fight back. Does get very close in the exit of 1 though, coming into 2. Bath Destroy going right past Nibbles Biscuit again as Zomzed gets past Litwa. Nibbles Biscuit tries to react as they come down in towards turn 2. Not doing anything at the moment.
Oscar might also get involved in this battle between Buster and Nibbles.
Zomzed and Litwa fighting. Litwa dives up the inside and Litwa will get into P7 at turn 4. Zomzed a little bit hard done by there as Oxagrab might be able to get into P8.
There was a Master Destroyer. It looks like never mind. Nothing happened of it.
Okay. Samrose, his race goes.
Never mind, I lied! Never mind. I lied again.
Oh
no!
Gets close. Oh, Bath Destroy backside of it. He knew that might not have ended. And that might just open the door for Sada. What do you make of this battle as Nibbles has a little bit of a moment coming out of turn 10 into turn 11? What do you make of this battle, Tim?
I think loads of...
Sorry, just to butt in, Flexi is getting extremely close to Skyscap at the moment through those fast little corners. And will Flexi decide to take his initiative once again, use his head and get back into the lead of the race? God knows. Over to you, Tim.
Well, it's strong as he is. We can see him using his DRS. He's got loads of ERS to spare. He's not using it. He dives around the inside, and that's into the lead there.
Again.
He took his time, but he is way better on ERS. I think Skyscap is currently saving it.
Master Destroyer's gotten back past Nibbles, but Nibbles is still going to try and fight into turn 3, but is not able to make an indent.
Nibbles made a little bit of contact as there, I think, with Bath Destroy coming down towards turn 1. Battles raging up and down throughout the field. If you're just joining us, where on earth have you been? Welcome along to round 1 of 8 in season 4 of Next Gen by JL. I'm Mr. Storm, joined by Ben and Tim. And more contact made by Nibbles Biscuit. He turns Bath Destroyer around. Sada goes into 4th. And the collision that we were all fearing has finally happened.
It was coming there, that collision. It was quite some risky driving from both drivers, and eventually turned out into a collision. No big surprise there, as Bath Destroyer was the unlucky one there.
Well, Flexi only leads by a 10th.5 coming through the fast section of corners. Skyscap is just waiting for that opportunity to pounce. After this lap, we will have 11 to go here in Lusail. An absolutely enthralling and illustrious Grand Prix to open up Season 4 of this wonderful championship. Skyscap will use DRS. He's not using any of his ERS. We have the yellow flag on the back straight. That's for Arthur Missile, but it doesn't matter as Skyscap will get into the lead of the race yet again.
So, I don't know what's happened because I don't have enough monitors to tell you my Discord, but Zomzi has gotten past Litwa now in this train of
four. Contact made! Contact made!
Oh, that was Zomzi and Litwa, I think it was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Why is it always when I talk about someone, they have an accident?
Well, Skyscap and Flexi happened on one, yes.
That's because I didn't really talk about Skyscap. All I did was shut my eyes, point my finger, and say Skyscap.
Fair enough. Bath Destroy have a little bit of a moment coming down towards turn 5, but at the moment, the battle that we really can't take our eyes off at the moment is the one between Skyscap and Flexi. It's a proper cat and mouse battle at the moment. Flexi has 98% of his battery left to use. Skyscap has 63%. It's a strategic battle, one the which...
Question, how long did the C2s last?
They'll probably last till the end of the race. It'll be close, though.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, when will the hards become the quicker tyre?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And then it becomes a case.
Ben,
how much has Skyscap nursed his tyres?
Ben, last time we asked that question, when will the hards be faster? The hards were faster on the last lap, and that was not enough.
Here comes Flexi into the lead again. 10 to go. Zomzed pits after damage with Litwa on the last lap. Litwa has decided to stay out.
Zomzi is in. I think you've already said that.
I
can't remember.
Yeah, you're
whatever.
Right.
Oxygraph thing goes on Nibbles Biscuit. Slight bit of wheel banging.
Time penalties throughout the field. Yeah, time penalties throughout the field.
It remains in front. Shout out to Path Destroyer, Skyscap, and Flexi for being the only people not to receive a penalty.
Well, Bath
And Zomzy as well.
Yeah, Zomzy, yeah. Well, as we said back in qualifying, track limits will be a huge part of this race. But now Flexi has finally decided to pull the pin, and Skyscap is beginning to struggle. Maybe those mediums have given all they can give, and the hards are now finally starting to take over. Flexi, well in control now. The pin has been pulled, the grenade has exploded, and Flexi is off, and away. Nibbles
More than
Biscuit
a
gets a
sec-
3-second time penalty.
Nikon in the meantime has 9 seconds.
Skyscap hits from second, Skyscap hits.
Oh, that's interesting. So the mediums probably won't last then.
So he's banking on a safety car, so he will fall down the field as Nikon pits, Sada will stay out.
We're
Nibbles
talking
Biscuit
about
looks like he's staying
we're talking
out
about
as
the
well.
medias, but shout out to Oxford for the softs, who then pits.
Yeah,
Of course.
Skyscap will go onto the soft wall red compound tyre
Yeah,
and
he
will
he get
rejoin
that.
in probably around 7th or 8th, 9th-ish. Flexi at the moment has a clear path to winning this race. Can Skyscap be able to retain all the places he lost? Will he be able to gain them back? He might be banking on a safety car at the moment. No sign of that coming out, as he is going to come right out with his TRL rival Sam Rose. They go side by side into turn 1. None of them giving an inch. Sam Rose just gets out in front. Skyscap obviously has the advantage in rubber contact made.
His
Sam Rose
teammate
just
there
stays on the
behind
track.
him. His teammate behind him probably not gonna make a move because it will
The
ruin.
teammates.
Yeah, it will ruin his teammate's race. So you don't think he'll make a move. Although it'd be
Skyscap, and
fantastic
sorry
if
to
he
butt into him, but Skyscap and Sam Rose
Oh,
still
lunge.
making contact as Skyscap locks the rears and gets past into 8th place.
did. Great overtake that is.
Now, Sam Rose is in a sandwich between Skyscap and Razout. If Razout has any sense, he will try and get past the Bumblebee car in 9th position. Kajuba has disconnected in 11th place in the Union Jack looking car. But at the moment, with 8 laps to go, Flexi is well and truly on the way to winning this race. Oxagrab, Zomzed, Tatesh, and everyone racing for 12th place, as Zomzed will rise up the field on those fresh mediums. At the moment, Skyscap's ambition to get back into 2nd place has started quite well. Nibbles Biscuit is pit, that will be a place for him, and he will try and fly past Bath Destroyer there. Bath Destroyer covers the inside. Skyscap has a lot more straight to go, and will fly into 6th place, as Nibbles Biscuit and Kajuba both pit. 8 laps to go.
Shout out to the F1 game who made it so Nibbles came in on me on hards, took some soft tyres off to put some soft tyres on.
Fair enough. We love
Shout
this game,
out to
don't
the
we?
F1 game for using 3 sets of tyres in a pit stop.
We love this
Lovely.
game, don't we?
I didn't know it was possible, but apparently it is. Thank you,
Ben-
F1 game, for redefining physics.
Ben, whenever you put your mind to anything, it will happen. Ben, talk to us about the last laps of the race. What exactly happened?
So the last lap of the race, in the non-Ben Buxton terms, because Ben Buxton's actually gone on brakes, and now it's Ben Thompson, so
Oh,
to avoid the
Ben-
confusion.
Okay.
But the fuel is low. The tyres are worn, unless you've just pitted, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So right now it's flat out to the finish. Any tyre saving that the drivers have been doing at the moment is going out the window because we have a
We
yellow
have a yellow
flag.
flag.
I think
yeah.
Artemis
flag,
was
yeah.
just spun. As I was saying, everything goes out the window in the last few laps because this is when it matters. Well, the rest of the race does matter, but this is when it matters. As we see Control get past Litware, Skyskip's at the new fastest lap.
And it's
So everything is going out the window. You've learned.
Samrose and
Apart from
Razoo into turn 1 here together as Razoo gets ahead of Samrose now.
Skyscap absolutely on it like a hot pocket at the moment. He is on the tail of Litwa and Contrail and will surely get past within the next couple of corners. He has a bit of a snap coming out of turn 5, maybe pushing those softs a little bit too hard, pushing them to their
a choice,
absolute
though.
limit.
If he does not push, Flexi will just get away even more as Nikon is constantly losing time to Flexi. So the more he's sat behind traffic here in Litwar,
Oh,
and he has
huge
a lot
slide of
more
the rears.
axle,
Huge
to
slide of
get
the rears.
stopped, the more he gets stuck up here, the more it hurts him in the really late stage of this race.
Well, Skyscap is a Finn. There's a Finn leading Safari Rally Kenya at the moment, and he thinks he is Calais Rovanpera. Skyscap locking the rears, trying to get past Litwa, but he might well get the move done in the front straight. However, Litwa will have DRS on Contrail, so maybe we're going to see some juicy DRS action coming down the front straight. Skyscap needs to get past, and he needs to get past quickly.
There.
Litwa closing on Contrail. Contrail the sitting duck. Skyscup will have double DRS. We might be going 3 wide into turn 1. Everybody thinks better of it. Skyscup dives down the inside and gets into 5th place. A fantastic move from the Finn. Next up is the inside of Contrail. Contrail defends well, but here comes Skyscup trying to get past. Contact made, and Contrail's round.
So I don't think Control will be too happy with that.
No.
He came back really good there, of course, and now he's back down again.
Skyscap is using every bit of road available, trying to close up to next. We have Saturday.
I think Contrail is not in a good mood. He's taken a while to get back up to speed there.
Well, why would he
and
be?
it's
His
lost some additional
teammate, his teammate lets him pass. Zomzed might be under a little bit of pressure from Oxagrav though, and the team Morders probably weren't any, but the team role reversal has not really worked well for Zomzed, as at the moment Contrail is trying to back Oxagrav, and Zomzed gets past. This is fantastic teamwork.
Nice voice break.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate.
Someone on the YouTube clip that.
Yeah, here we go. Contrail trying to hold back Oxagrav. Contrail doing the team orders, playing the team game, as Oxagrav is not going to be getting past Zomzed anytime soon. Fantastic teamwork there from the very snazzy looking purple car. Purple, blue, white, and all sorts of colours in the rainbow car.
The Just Heat car.
Flexi, well on the way to winning this race. 4.5 laps to go.
Now, we've got a BWS, Bemerson Web Services, chasing graphic, this fake. According to the stats, Skyscap will not do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. He is a very big mountain to climb. But at the moment, I don't think he was looking to go on and win the race. He does have some lap traffic to deal with. He does get past Artem Lissov. And next up is, of course, Sada in that 3rd place, beautifully looking blue and green car. Would I be right in saying that's the Europol?
I don't know, but all I know is 2nd is possible, but 1st, not a chance.
Yeah,
Out of the question.
I think.
Is that the Europol car he's trying to pass, Tim?
Skyscap, yeah, it's a Europol car, yeah. It's ahead.
Yeah.
According to my telemetry thing, it's actually generic car F1.
Yeah, but in next gen by JL, it is the Europol car.
3 laps to go now.
Oh, Skyscap locks the rears as well. We have 4 laps left. 4 laps left now. Skyscap will fly past
Skyscap's
Sada.
getting it done early.
Yeah, that's what he wants to
Oscar's
do.
not really gonna fight it. It's not the best battle. He's just trying to get to the end and get as many points as possible.
Well, this has been an absolutely fantastic opening race of the season. We have 3 and a bit laps left. Flexi has completely dominated this race. He set the quickest time in qualifying and has played this race to an absolute T.
Skyscap striking distance, 3 laps.
Oh, Sam Rose! Razout has spun safety car!
Safety
Oh,
car.
that
Oh
race
my
safety car.
word!
This
And
has changed everything.
And this turns everything on its head!
Wait,
With 3 laps to go!
has Flexi got a free pit stop?
I suppose so, yeah. It'll be close though. Sam Rose has got yellow flags
Penalty.
everywhere, yeah. Yeah, penalties getting out everywhere. But the race has completely changed. The dynamic of this Grand Prix has turned on its absolute head. Spun
You should
around
never
4.
say ever. You should always expect the unexpected. You should expect anything in Formula One, especially the unexpected.
Flexi pits. Will he have the gap to get out in front of Skyscap? The race has been turned its head 720 degrees. And now, the battle is on to see who will prevail here in Qatar in the
Nikon
opening
into
race
the
of the
pits.
season.
Skyscap
Flexi and Nikon
pits.
pits. Skyscap pits!
It's the smart move. Everyone's going to be pitting because he's going to be a sitting duck if he stayed out.
Well, let's
Not that I
forget
don't think
the
it would have
same-
mattered because Flexi would have been in the lead. It would have been.
Who,
Rest
let's
off
see, I'm
the
sorry
result.
to interrupt, Ben, but the safety car will only stay out 4 laps, so people who are at the back and who are struggling will definitely suffer. Artem Lissov has got to drive through penalty for speeding onto the safety car. It seems a lot of people
That
are
sums
struggling
up
onto the
Artem Listov's
Delta.
day. That
Mm.
sums up Artem Listov's day, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of people struggling under the safety car Delta time, but this race is about to go from absolutely brilliant to even more brilliant. What a final few laps we're in for, gentlemen. Oh my word, I am shaking. Tatesh has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but Tim, who's going to win this?
I think Flexi has a big chance. Well, of course, almost everyone's got a time penalty other than Skyscript and Flexi. This realistically, they're only the 2 people who can win it.
Ben, who's going to win it?
Well, I've been sticking with Skyscap this whole race. I don't know why it would change in the final 2 laps.
Fair enough. Well, we are into the final 2.5 laps here in Qatar. If you are just joining us, you're very welcome along to round 1 of 8 of Season 4 of Next Gen by JL. I'm Mr. Storm, still joined by Tim and Ben, 2 best co-commentators anyone could ask for in this league.
It has been a lot of fun commentating with this team, if you'd ask me.
Same time next week, folks? Actually, no, not same time next week. We're on an hour next week. Safety car in this lap. This will decide it all then. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the final safety car restart of the opening race of the season. Flexi will lead us to the line. Nikon's in second with a penalty. Skyscap is the next best contender in third in the Luke Littler car, it looks like, to be fair. I've only just realised that. It looks like the Luke Littler car. Anyway, Flexi will control the pace. Will Flexi go now like he did in the last restart? It doesn't look like it. He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting.
He does not want to give any slipstream whatsoever.
Virtual Burn Mylander is in the pit lane, and away goes Flexi. We are underway for the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix. Skyscap has to wait. But Skyscap has to wait until the DRS line. He gets past before, and he might have to let Nikon pass again. On to the final 2 laps of this race. It's a battle between Flexi and Skyscap. Nikon's in third, Little fourth, Nibbles Biscuit fifth. It looks like there's a bit of chaos coming through the first couple of corners, but at the moment it's Flexi v Skyscap for the Grand Prix victory.
Zomzi has been given a penalty for ignoring yellow flags and maybe went too early or overtook under before the control line.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not looking good for him.
Yeah, there's going to be no DRS on the final lap, just to let you all be aware of that. So it will be a pure battle of pace. Skyscap is depleting all of his battery. Flexi has only depleted 25% of his on this lap. Skyscap depleting 50%. Nikon's still in this race, but will not be able to win it due to the time penalties he has suffered. So it's a battle between the 2 at the front, just as it was a few laps ago. Flexi and Skyscap fighting out for victory. 1.25 laps to go. Here we go.
Not much left there, as it's just a couple of just less than a sector away there from the last lap.
Skyscap is absolutely chucking the car through every corner. He's used all of his battery nearly. And as we come on to the final lap of this race, I'm going to take you through the end of the Qatar Grand Prix here in Next Gen by JL. 28 absolutely brilliant laps. We head on to lap 29 of 29. Flexi trying to break the toe. He set the fast lap before Skyscap bettered it himself. We are into the final 4 kilometers of racing here in Losail. Flexi leads this one from Skyscap in second, and it looks like it's going to finish that way, but in Formula 1, anything can happen, and it usually does, to quote the late great Murray Walker. Flexi still leads this one. Second is Skyscap. Nikon is keeping a close tab behind him in third. He might be able to win this race if anything happens, as Nibbles Biscuit gets past Litworth for P4. Skyscap trying, but not enough.
Litva's falling places, losing another position to Control, who's back up to P5 again.
Oh, Control's round again.
Oh, Control! Oh no. It's chaos on the final lap, but Skyscap has now lost all the time, and Flexi is well on his way to winning the first race of this championship. It has been an absolutely brilliant Grand Prix from lights to flag here in Qatar, and Flexi is into the final sector and only has a few more turns to negotiate before he will be crowned the first winner of Season 4 of Next Gen by JL. Into the penultimate corner he comes. It has been an absolutely fantastic drive from start to finish for the man who qualified on pole position, and for the first time this season, in the first race this season, we will be saying glory, glory to Flexi as he comes down the front straight, puts up his arm in celebration, and will win the opening race of Season 4. What a drive! Skyscup finishes in second.
Enabled.
Skyscup second, Nikon in third, Nibbles Biscuit finishes fourth. Bath Destroyer jumps up to third via no penalty. Zomza gets another 5-second time penalty. The field is being rearranged due to penalties. But gentlemen, what a start to the season. What a race, and Flexi is our deserved winner. Tim, first you can speak.
What a drive from him. What a fight this race was. It was unbelievable.
Ben,
We
what
had
a
a
race.
battle from start to finish. Everything happened there. I think I've disconnected. Maybe no, I haven't. But it was constant battle. Wherever you looked on track, there was action.
Yeah.
Much different to the other Qatar GPs we've had in the previous seasons.
Yeah, and what a drive. The Dutchman wins it.
Well, for once, we have actually had a very exciting race in Qatar in this league. Here is your final race order after an absolutely incredible 45 minutes, 7 seconds and 10 thousandths of a second of racing. Flexi is the first winner of this season. He occupies 25 championship points and the lead in the World Drivers' Championship battle. Skyscap finishing second with the fastest lap. Bath Destroyer occupies the final podium position in third. The top three were the only drivers without penalties on the grid. Nikon fourth, Contrail fifth, Saturn sixth, Nibbles Biscuit seventh. Litwa, Razout and Oxagrav occupy the rest of the top 10. Zomzed is 11th, Sam Rose after a very promising start to the race finishes down in 12th. Tatesh 13th, Kajuba in 14th. Artem Lizov finished a lap behind with Kajuba, and our only retirement was Punga. Gentlemen, it's the start of the season we all wanted, exciting from the word go. Are we in for an absolute classic of 7 more races?
It was.
Yes, and I'm just going to do this now before I completely forget. But the Ben Buxton Supermarket Shop Award, powered by AWS, for round 1 goes to... Hang on, I've lost it.
He lost it.
I believe it was Sam Rose, maybe? Yeah.
What does that award entail? What does that award entail?
Basically shout out to the slowest driver of the race.
Oh, well, that's quite sad. Sam Rose is the unfortunate winner of the...
But in my suggestion that I put for it, I said the following. Hang on, where is it? I think this should be added. I would be funny. It would be funny, and it recognises the slower drivers in the field.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Sam Rose is the unfortunate winner of the Ben Buxton Supermarket
It's
Sweets
not
Award.
unfortunate. It's fortunate.
Is it fortunate? Do we want to call it fortunate? Who knows? Anyway.
Yeah, it's fortunate.
An absolutely fantastic race. Keep the live stream going. We're back on stage for the post-race analysis. What a race. We'll see you in a few seconds' time.
Yeah, it was. As now the question is, will we have some post-race interviews? And if yes, by who?
Hopefully conducted by myself. We'll see you in a bit. Well, that was quite the fun race, and honestly, I am struggling to move. My legs are basically incapacitated at the moment. An incredible start to the World Championship. We're going to get the post-race interviews started. Is the stream still going, Tim?
Yeah, it is. As we'll have fun.
Right then. First up, we will talk to our second place driver, Valtteri Bottas, also known as Skyscup. Welcome, Ben.
Hello.
Welcome back, I should say.
Yeah.
Can we get Skyscup up on stage?
That's the question of today.
Well, Skyscap's not in here, so I can't do anything.
I mean, he has to raise his hand, I believe, to...
No,
You can invite him on, yeah.
There it is.
Skyscup, you obviously decided to take the gamble by going on the softs to try and close the gap. It didn't work in the end, but a fantastic drive for you nonetheless. Is this a good start to your ambition to try and win the championship again?
Yeah, it was okay. The safety car fucked me because I was on the hards and I didn't have another set of hards which I could have gone on, so it kind of fucked me. I had to go to mediums. Then after I fell out of DRS, I decided to box because I knew I was going to win anyway and take the one extra point of the fastest lap.
Fair enough. Japan next week. Do you think you'll be able to improve and get the win?
Hopefully. I mean, Derenik and Jasko will be back, so they might challenge as well.
Well, thank you very much, Valtteri. Great insight as usual,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see. I'll actually see you tomorrow for TRL.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you.
And back to the audience you go.
Be gone.
You are banished.
Let's get a quick word of Nikon.
Okay.
Hello.
Nikon, congratulations on a pretty decent race. Just looking at what happened, you did suffer from a few penalties, but is fourth a good start to your season?
Well, of course, it was a chaotic race. I'm very lucky to get a P4 out of this. The safety car at the end kind of fucked me over because I was gambling on the hards. But in the end, it actually kind of saved me because I had, what, 75% tire wear before the safety car. So, yeah, they were going to explode pretty soon.
So you finished on the podium on track, but obviously were demoted to fourth because of time penalties. Will it be a real podium next week in Japan?
No, I don't think so. Qatar is one of my strongest tracks, and I don't really like Japan. So you might see me maybe somewhere near the middle of the pack. Maybe if there will be a chaotic race like today, I might be on the podium, but again, don't expect me to repeat this in Japan. Maybe in the Netherlands, but not in Japan, not.
Well, you answered my next question, then, Nikon. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
See ya.
Let's just finish up the post-race interviews with an interview with Oxagrav, and then we'll sum it all up.
Greetings, people.
Hello,
How's the
Oxagrav. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah,
Was it good?
pretty good. Very good race. Very fun to commentate on. Qualified 14, finishing in 10. Good race
Yeah.
by your standards, or could have done better?
No, this was it was my first race without any assist on, so I was a bit nervous that I was gonna lock up, and I did by the last safety car because I pitted like the rest of them, but I didn't catch up by the time they restarted. So I had to. I came in really hot with the slow pack, and then I had to punch on the brakes, and I just spun. By
You
the
had a little bit of an incident earlier on in the race. Can you just talk about what happened there?
with Sumsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of stupid for me to go for the move there, but he should have left the room as well. So, a bit 50-50, I would say.
What's going to happen next week in Japan?
I'm gonna finish last.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you very much, Oxagrav. I said thank you, by the way, so...
Yeah,
Thank
you
get
too.
banished.
You waiting to leave?
Sorry, I accidentally locked the door.
Okay, fair enough. Right, that's probably it then for the post-race interviews. Sum it all up then, Ben.
The race
Yes.
was good,
Yeah.
yes.
Fair point. I do agree with that.
Yeah, what do you think, Tim?
I think it was a rather fun race, especially with the big fights in the end of the race.
And more people join as we finish up. We'll talk to Bath Destroyer, I think, then we'll finish up here.
Yeah. Our podium sitter, of course.
Hello?
Bath Destroyer, congratulations, third place. Was it a good result considering you qualified 7th?
It's where I think I was expecting to be around there, but you know, I think one of my skills is keeping it on the track, especially at tracks like Qatar, and that's what makes you get the podiums. And I think if me and my teammate are able to do what we did today, then I think we could contend for the Constructors' Championship.
Will consistency be the key to a championship challenge this season, do you think?
Yeah, just getting the points everywhere you can. I think just, what's the next race? Is it Japan?
That's right, yeah.
Just keeping it consistent. I think getting points everywhere you can, no retiring in the pits, never giving up, because you can get a late safety car like we did today, and that can just mix it up. And I think being careful as well will definitely be the key. As like I sat behind about like 5 drivers at the end there, and I was able to get P3 from it. So yeah, I think it's just going to be about being consistent, working together as a team, and I think that'll help us get a top 3 in the team championship.
Well, thank you very much, Bath Destroyer. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see ya. Thank you.
Get managed.
Yes, be gone. Right, that'll do it. Ben, Tim, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for thank you as well.
Awesome first race. Let's sum it awesome. That's first race. Let's sum it all up then. An absolutely brilliant 29 laps of Qatar that saw TTV Flexi win the first race of season 4 of Next Gen by JW. A fantastic race, fantastic to commentate on. Always brilliant to start out in a new league. And thank you very much to Ben and Tim for guiding me through the opening race of what is hopefully going to be quite a long Next Gen by JL career. We're back next week an hour earlier, I will have you know, for the Japanese Grand Prix in the Land of the Rising Sun. It's where it all went wrong for Skyscap last season. Will he be able to get his revenge and win his first race of the season to really kickstart his championship challenge? Who knows? That is always the fun of this league. What a race. Congratulations to Flexi for an absolutely brilliant victory here in Qatar. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week. From Tim, from Ben, and from myself, Mr. Stone, thank you very much for watching.